So I'm scrolling like I normally do, just through all the depths and the ups and downs, the highs and lows of the YouTubes. And somehow I come across this video.
Go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel. Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
And wow, the amount of holy shit in a matter of 10 fucking seconds. Who the fuck would be making these videos? So of course I click onto the channel, and this is the channel that I find. I'm just looking at this little child that's just a bundle of mess, unfortunately, thanks to this dad, I guess. He says he's a man, born a man, straight man, but he doesn't feel like a man or a woman, of course. So that would make him by nature non-binary. The biggest worthless fucking title on the fucking planet. But just the sheer like wowness of this channel is just, it's fucking mind-blowing to me. Somebody would do this with their child. Not only to do it with their child, but to put their child on TikTok. You're just doing it for views. You're just doing it for attention. That's all this amounts to. Itching that scratch that a lot of insecure people with no confidence in just who they are. Let me introduce you to Jonathan Joly.
My name is Jonathan.
And my name's Edie.
And together we're GD.
But what are we doing?
Our latest TikTok did 20 million views.
That's what it's all for. At the end of the day, get them clicks, get that validation affirmation from people you don't know, from nobodies on the internet, and you get them 20 million views. I guess that's winning in Jonathan Joly's world.
If you haven't seen the video, head over to our TikTok account.
No, I'm not heading over to nobody's TikTok account, let alone yours.
What's the main difference, would you say, between this guy here, and you now? What is the main difference?
Anybody that's had kids or has children, imagine your 3-year-old and allowing them to make a life-altering decision, as if they have any idea about anything, least of all how they feel. What is that thought process? How in the world could a grown adult, you look 40, so I'm just imagining, bro, you've lived a long enough life to understand that lives go through changes. People change, people turn, people make all sorts of growth and change.
Probably like the hair.
The hair?
Yeah.
As if a 6-year-old is going to recognize the changes within themselves from 3 to 6. I'm sure she is a bundle of mess with all this propaganda and rhetoric that you just pound into her little head. Not learning ABCs or math or all those other things. Learn how to dictate to the world what you think and what you feel. That's about a worse set of grooming I could ever imagine.
What is your school life like now versus back when you were that little guy?
Oh, it's definitely different. People are calling me Edie. I have more friends.
That's every kid at your age. God forbid, what are you in the 1st grade? Are you in kindergarten? Like, I'm just trying to picture just how any of this makes any sense. Not only does it not make sense, you're putting this little kid on YouTube. You're putting this little kid on YouTube and TikTok for clicks.
You were alone a lot of the time, and you leaned on having an invisible friend to make you feel kind of comfortable, and when you were scared, she would be there. Do you feel that you don't need her anymore?
Yeah, I don't need her. I'm getting braver. I have more friends, and I'm more confident with stuff.
As a 6-year-old, talk about confidence? Come on, Jonathan. How is this even like a thing? Not only a thing, but like it's a YouTube channel with, oh my lord, with 750,000 subscribers.
When I was little, I was like so shy, even though I wanted to perform on stage still.
When I was so little. Edie, you're still little. You're gonna be little for the next 6-7 years. You're just a little kid. You're just a little child. And I'm so sorry that your dad is putting you through this.
And what about now?
Oh, now I'm way better than before.
From 3 to 6. Oh, I'm sure you're just so much better now, Edie. Show us how much better you are as a 6-year-old.
Yeah, if you could go back to you 4 years ago, the little fella on the picture there, and you could give yourself 5 pieces of advice, what would they be?
Be a bit more confident,
3-year-olds should be confident. Come on, listen to that. Any reasonable adult would hear that and immediately know, like, come on, bro. Like, why are we listening to a 6-year-old tell us how at 3, when he was a he should have been more confident? It's just heartbreaking when I imagine of all the things you could raise a child, you're going to raise them focused on their identity over anything better, over the millions of other better options.
Hide who you are.
Nice.
Well, it's kind of like the first one, like, show yourself, like, tell your parents, instead of just hiding it and saying, I want to be a boy, like that massive haircut I got.
But at 3, you did do that. I mean, that's the first video we watched was as a boy saying to your dad that you wanted to be a girl. But this is the extent of this conversation that's going on here. It is a grown man talking to a 6-year-old about what they would have told their 3-year-old self. You can see the thought process just in action, in its course, through a 6-year-old's mind being asked these types of questions. She has no idea what to say here.
Yeah.
Before lockdown.
Sorry about that. Going back to your previous statement, you didn't tell anyone.
No. I'd say, psst.
I know Victoria's Secret.
Cry you wanna believe.
Get allies.
Allies.
I'm an ally.
You would have told your 3-year-old self to get allies. Whew. Man, this is just blatant. I mean, you'd have to be blind to not see the issues or the problems with this stuff. You'd either have to be an ideologue to your core or you're blind.
If you feel like no one else understands how you feel.
Okay, so we giving up on the 5 things then? So we got 3, well, really 2. You fetter the 3rd/4th with the find an ally. And now we've just moved on completely. Because we've realized that a 6-year-old and their thought process, there isn't one.
Right, and you think that I'm the only one that can feel this way.
Yeah, it's because when I was little, I just thought I was the only one like myself.
And you looked around and you thought, no one else must feel like this, and that is why you think, that's when you start to feel that I'm the problem, right? So you decide to, you know what, I'm gonna conform. Do you know what conform means?
Kind of.
It means I'm just gonna try and fit in.
If you can't see the problems with this, I don't even know what I could tell you that could clear this up in your head. If you can't watch this for what it is and see the sheer wrong with it all. This little child doesn't know what to say. You could see it all over her face. It's like, I'm going to play along for the sake of just not misgendering anybody, for the sake of YouTube and all that. You could see it all over her face. This dude is just feeding her what he wants her to say. He says, oh, you know what conform means, right? Kinda. No, you don't. You have no, come on. To imagine that just like this is somehow the right way? I'm calling absolute BS on all that. You could see it in play in this video. This is all him. Entirely this man pushing all this stuff on this little girl. 150%. It's him pounding this stuff in this little girl's head.
I'm going to try and, like you said, I'm going to be a boy. Because everyone's telling me that's
Fit in with everyone else.
exactly.
Because I didn't look like one of the girls. I look like one of the boys.
Most 3-year-old kids don't look like necessarily boys or girls. It's not about looking like a boy or looking like a girl. And oh my God, well, I didn't look like what I was, so that means I'm the other one. It doesn't. And the fact that this guy can do this to this child, I would consider this actual child abuse. Mentally, physically, in every sense of the word. What this man is doing to this child is child abuse.
But I didn't want to be one of the boys, so I got really confused, so I tried to fit in with one of the boys.
Explain to people who may be watching this, who maybe you a couple of years ago, okay? And how would you know that you are in the wrong body?
Thought I was a boy, but I just knew there was something missing. Sometimes, still now I think, why can't I just try and be a boy for one day? But I just can't do it.
She wanted to think about maybe being a boy for a day. She just couldn't do it. Okay, thanks for clearing that up, Edie.
For me, I'm a non-binary person. I don't feel like a boy, but I don't feel like a girl either.
It's not something like trans.
I don't want to be a girl.
You hear it? That's not something like trans.
It's not something like trans.
He cut it off like right at the end of it. But she just said, that's not like being trans.
It's not something like trans.
Tell you, this girl has no idea what she's supposed to say. Kids in general will typically tell you the truth just because it just comes out. But that's also has a lot to do with what they've been taught beforehand. This little girl hasn't. She's lived under the roof of this guy who is an utter ideologue to his absolute core. Got the nerve to talk about, oh, well, I'm non-binary. You know, I don't feel like a girl or a boy, but, you know, I like women. And, bro, you're just a dude. As funny as it is it's equally as heartbreaking. I can laugh at this, but I can also watch it and just almost just cringe with heartbreak.
I don't wake up and be distraught about my body. I don't mind having a willy. I'm attracted to women. So I'm in the perfect body for me to...
You wouldn't like to be gay.
Being gay is not something you like to be. You either are or you're not.
Oh, you see that edit though? You see that edit? You see that? Oh, I'll tell you, that was a sharp edit right after that.
No.
I guarantee you Edie was going to say something that didn't kind of fall into that line of what he wants to keep this video going with. This little girl has got no idea what the right answer is. She can only just feed back to the couple little things that her brain could contain that he's pounded in there. And if it's not that, bet you, Jonathan, cut that right out.
But some people will try to dismiss how you feel. Okay, so you're just a boy who likes to wear dresses. Oh, you're just a boy who doesn't like sports.
I don't like people referring like that as a boy. Or you're just a boy that likes dresses. Like on the internet, it says little girl, which I really like.
It really comes down to how we deal with it and whether or not we're going to force somebody else to change how they see it just to make ourselves feel better. It makes them like look at the world as if everybody has to do or say what they want them to. And if not, somehow it's not affirming them, where it's so confusing. None of this stuff will be any sort of beneficial to the life this girl will ultimately live. All this stuff that you're pounding in her head will just be counter to everything beneficial to her.
Yeah. So then that means that your preferred pronoun, right, is she, her.
Look at her face. Look at her face the whole time. She gives it away. Like she can't hide it. You're either an ideologue or you're blind.
But everyone nowadays refers to you as a girl, right?
Yeah, they're good at my name, but not so good as she, her and stuff.
Who? Well, no, you don't have to.
Do you assume that this little girl knows people that don't want to do it, but she wouldn't have said it right then? Of course she would have. She doesn't get any of this stuff. She gets like the basic gist of all this stuff because I'm sure you pounded it since she was 2 years old. From the moment she could understand anything over mama.
But I mean, like, I was just like, who? Get the car. Watch
Wait,
this
what?
video. Who? Well, no, you don't have to say who. But I mean, like, I was just like, who? Get the car. Imagine.
What was that?
Get the car.
He just acted like, yo, we had a pump shotgun or something, ready to get in the car, go get somebody for misgendering her. That ain't a violation of community guidelines? You telling me that's not a violation of community guidelines? God forbid somebody misgenders another person. Yo, that'll get you straight, take off YouTube real fast. This dude just talked about getting a gun and hopping in the car to go meet the person she was thinking that might have misgendered her. Double standards much? Goddamn right they are, chock full of double standards. Standards so good they could double them, triple them. You just gotta just be lockstep, see it the way these people see it, or violation, community guidelines, strike, why? Oh, well, you know, so we're not gonna tell you. But this guy literally just said, get in the car.
Get the car.
What?
Imagine little you watching this video.
It's hard because I didn't know how I thought I was meant to feel one way. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't even know how to describe how I felt.
You don't know how you feel this minute doing this video. You have no idea. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that as a 6-year-old child, any 6-year-old child will never get these situations. Least of all, the 3-year-old that we saw in this first video. The very first clip I showed you. He was 3 then. She's 6 now. Asking these questions to a 6-year-old as if they're going to give you any semblance of an answer.
So to get another perspective in the conversation, let me introduce you to Amelia Thomasina.
Bro, this is just weird. This is on another level that just... What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, Jonathan? What are you doing making these videos with these little kids? Putting them on YouTube. It's all for the attention. I know that's what it is. It's all for the clicks. Probably making some decent money doing it too with a 750,000 subscribers on YouTube. This ain't even YouTube Kids, dude. This is on straight YouTube. Got comments under all of it. Likes, dislikes. It ain't none of that YouTube Kids stuff, which is just as worse. I'm telling you, they got some awful, terrible things on YouTube Kids that somehow get approved and put on there like it's any sort of good thing for a child. But this is just as bad as half of that stuff. But bro, you're putting it on YouTube. You're putting these little kids on YouTube for the world, dude. Ain't got a chance in the world just to be a normal kid with all this stuff.
Pull in and share. Welcome to the Edie and Jonathan show. You two are the future generation of this planet. You know, I've had my time, right? I am in my 40s now, but you guys are only starting out, and you guys are going to define this planet.
Look at what they're doing, bro, when like you're not asking them a question. When you're not like demanding their attention for a second, when you're actually talking directly to them, you're seeing what a little kid would do anyway. Because that's what a little child would want to do. A little child would want to act like a little child, not pay attention to all this adult-themed things that you're talking to them about. Because they have no clue. All they want to do is play, be little kids. But yet you're programming them with all this stuff. It's awful. It's terrible.
Define all the rules.
50, sorry.
Thank you. You guys are going to be the lawmakers. You guys are going to be the policymakers. You guys are going to be the government.
It's scary when you actually really put a second's thought into it. Past that immediate, just let them be what they want to be, and okay. You get past all that and you start to really think, these people are the future lawmakers and government and all that stuff. That's scary. Because by the time, God forbid, these people make it to that age, you can't even begin to imagine the mess, insane little spin what all these people will be in 30 years. Y'all just get this little couple years here and there in the midst of their real young ages. Just wait till they turn into adults. There ain't gonna be enough medication and doctors in the world that are gonna be able to help them clean all this mess up.
You guys are gonna be
What if I
entertainment.
get like this really crap job when I'm older?
Doesn't matter. Your generation. Tell us how you feel. Who are you?
A person.
A person. Like it? Like it? Are you a girl or a boy?
I don't.
So girl, boy, and rather not say.
That's the greatest answer a child could ever say. Just me. Just me. The boy and girl stuff really only matters for a couple specific things. Going to the doctor, that's when it matters. Playing sports, going to the bathroom. Those are really like the only times that type of stuff actually matters. In the grand scheme of a little child's life, the fact that they're a boy or girl is no more important than anything else. It should just be them just being themselves. That was a great answer. I'm just a person. And until it actually matters whether I'm a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's like, yeah.
Yeah? Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't feel like either specifically one or the other? Do you like having long hair?
I mean, I don't know, like, probably when I'm older, I'm gonna cut it and then like, it's gonna grow back, leave it then, and then maybe like later I'm gonna cut it, you know? She wants long hair.
These are the answers I'd expect from a child, given an actual honest answer. Just a random string of just what a 10-year-old kid would actually think. Oh, well, later, I'll grow it out. Maybe I'll cut it again, and then maybe it'll grow out again, and then later, down the road, I might even cut it again. And then it'd probably just go back again. That's a child's answer. Immediately, you just get the idea like, okay, this little girl's at least got a little bit of thought of maybe just not just the immediate, what do I need to say? What would my dad want me to say? That's the immediate separation between Edie and this girl. Edie, you could see that 6-year-old child has no idea and just looks for the answers that Jonathan has pounded into her head. At least for now, I'm not quite sure where it's going to go, but at least for the moment, those are really good childlike answers.
She loves long hair. She doesn't like sports. She likes having girlfriends. She likes wearing dresses. So you don't mind long hair, but you don't mind short hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about dressing? Do you like wearing dresses?
It depends if
She doesn't
me and
really
my
wear
friends,
dresses.
how we do the dances together.
Yeah.
For the green colour,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go like that green dress because it is like really nice.
Bro, this is a video? You got a channel on YouTube and these are the videos you're making. Keep your kids off YouTube. Keep your children off the internet. And I'm not saying like on themselves. I'm talking about videos. Keep your children out of videos off the internet. You have no idea the type of people that'll be watching these videos. I just imagine some of the people that are probably watching your videos. That's a scary thought. That's a really scary thought. Imagine the people that are probably watching your videos with the little kids that are on there and the facial expressions and all the things that you zoom in on. Oh, that's scary.
You wouldn't see me wearing a pink dress.
Right,
That
no.
green dress is really dark green. I would only wear a dress if it was something really important, like like a dance or something like
You
that.
don't
know?
really wear dresses.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear them in public.
Except lessons.
Do you like sports?
Yes. I'm in the 18 now,
Ooh, nice.
I hate
so
sports.
I'm happy.
Probably has nothing to do with the fact his dad probably hates sports.
Do you like being she, her?
I don't really care. Like, if they say, oh, good girl, or like something like that, it's fine. But if they actually, like, point out my gender, like if they say boys over here and the girls, and then they're like, well, you're a girl, so you have, that is when it annoys me. Yeah.
So you think there should be no segregation?
No.
You think that it should be people?
Yeah. Have friends that are like boys but you were the girl and they did that thing.
Look at what that little girl's doing in the background this whole time they're talking. Just completely in her own world. And then I just imagine, that like this is the stuff, that you're pounding in these little kids' heads. Bro, it's pathetic. It's scary. It's wrong. It's bad. It's everything not helpful to raising a child. You're just raising these confused ideologues. Just look at her the whole time. Couldn't care less about none of this stuff. Just doing what a 6-year-old kid would do. Playing stuff out in her head.
But yeah, are you happy being
Wait,
a girl?
do you mean hair like daddy's or do you mean hair like mine? No, not like that.
No, that's too much. So do you think that it's unfair that people are then segregated and be based on what they look or how they choose to dress and stuff like that?
That's exactly what happens to me.
If you could say anything to yourself, right?
I'm older. I have a diary and it's actually like got like when I was 9.
Yeah.
Because my handwriting changed a lot.
What are you doing? Ain't nobody got a problem with this? Ain't nobody think this is just wrong? Wrong on so many levels. Just to imagine, this dude edited this video and put it on YouTube thinking, this is good. This is a good video. It's almost pointless to the fullest extent of what pointless could be. Bro, you're doing this solely for yourself. You ain't doing this for these kids. You ain't doing this to help nobody. You're doing this for yourself. So selfish, self-centered. You ain't thinking about nobody but yourself, Jonathan. You think about trying to make some money, get some attention, get some clicks.
What you should do though is you should say, hello 11-year-old self, this is 10-year-old self, these are the things about me, and then you talk about how you are and who you are.
Because that would take up too much space.
No, but you can do it like you can limit it to like a line about yourself.
Daddy, remember in that TikTok I was talking to my future self?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I mean.
And then you were the same age. Yeah, and then how did that work? Yeah.
No, but then we remade it, and we actually made it.
And it was me now, and then it kept cutting, and I had to say the other lines when I was playing the jacket. And I thought.
Yeah, we actually managed to. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna remake that TikTok every year for the next 100 years.
100.
So stay following our TikTok for 100 years.
TikTok probably ain't gonna be around another 5 years, I imagine. It ain't gonna last forever. None of this stuff ever does. I'm sure when that goes, you'll just find something else just to get your attention rocks off of. When Edie grows up and realizes what a mess you turn her into.
People that follow you.
People who feel how you feel. What advice would you give them? Let's say they had parents who weren't willing to listen to them, okay? And somehow they snuck onto YouTube and watched this. What would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
To call the police and then break out of that house and go to an orphanage and then and just hope someone will adopt you.
No to all that. And the fact you left that in there, is just further proof you're just evil. This is terrible. You got a 10-year-old kid telling other kids, hey, if your parents don't want to let you change genders, call the cops, run away from the house, and go live in an orphanage. Bro, you put this on YouTube, dude. You think these people got any answers over your family who loves and cares about you? I know there's bad families. I know there's bad situations. Yo, you put this on YouTube, dude? Got a 10-year-old girl telling little kids, run away from home. Bro.
Okay.
Big brain.
That's no brain. That ain't got nothing to do with big brain or not. That's no brain. Getting on YouTube telling kids to call the police and run away from home and go live in an orphanage and hope somebody picks you up.
If their parents were like that, I was going to say don't hide yourself, but if you didn't, you waited till you were older.
Me? Yes.
And their parents would be strict about it then.
Right.
If you didn't hide yourself and you started wearing dresses. Even though they would be strict, you should try. You start off with a little bit, and then you don't have to, but you could try and blend in. You can make more friends that are girls.
You hear this answer? Bro, this girl has no idea what she's saying. Why would you do this? Why would you do any of this to a child? Imagine the people who put their children in front of these videos. Holy cow, bro. That's a whole nother level. You almost shouldn't even have kids. That's as real as I could ever be. If you're raising children that would sit there and this is the video you would play for them, that's child abuse. I don't care. Child abuse.
You can make more friends unless they really have friends.
Should you tell a friend how you really feel?
Yeah, but don't tell too much, because, like...
Could backfire.
This boy Jonathan has programmed this little girl on another level. Yo, she's got the answers because he's told them all to her. But don't tell too much. Don't tell too much. Just try just a little bit. Just do just a little bit and see how that goes. If you can't see the issues that have happened in the last 10 minutes of this video, you're blind. You're blind or you're an ideologue. You're one of the two. There is no middle ground in that. Or unless you're a blind ideologue. And then God forbid, that's double scary. But bro, there is just from the start of this video to just all of it. The entirety of this video was unnecessary, unhelpful, unneeded, and just bad. I can't even imagine what you would think is positive out of this video.
So you could, try and make some, like, really nice, like, if you have, like, nice girls in your class, or boys, you could ask them.
Girls do, I will say that girls do tend to be more emotionally intelligent at a young age.
Was that a gendered binary claim there?
Girls do, I will say that girls do tend to be more emotionally intelligent at a young age.
Would that not just go against everything you've been saying in this video? To say that girls are more emotionally intelligent? Of course it would. You know what the real right answer is. I think you just let that slip right there. I think you ain't catch that in post and didn't think to cut that out. Because you know that sentence goes against everything that y'all have been promoting in this entire video. Because girls are girls, boys are boys. Boys are going to be boys, girls are going to be girls. Girls might like some things boys do, don't make them a boy. Boys might like some things that girls do, it don't make them a girl. They can still be a boy and do all the things that they want to do as a child. It doesn't mean just because they're a boy, they can't do those things. Y'all are such a mess, you don't know what to say. You're so confused yourself, Jonathan, and then somehow think that you know it, and now you're pumping it into a 3-year-old kid and then making YouTube videos about it. Talk about 20 million views on TikTok. Oh my God, the most worthless metric you could ever use for anything. But somehow, that's the end goal, I'm sure here, Jonathan, ain't it? Just attention and clicks. Don't matter who you hurt or what you do in between now and then. Get them clicks, Jonathan.
They can give you tips. They can give you more tips.
Boys and girls are very different emotionally.
Yeah.
Boys and girls are very different emotionally. I'm just going to let that sit there for a second. Are they? Are they, Jonathan? I'd have thought the whole 10 minutes you've been talking before that, you wouldn't have said something like that. But the last 2 sentences you said confirm everything that you're trying to train this little girl not to believe. All of it. Every bit of it. Every bit of it goes against, oh my God, like, I'm just going to leave that alone. Because y'all know. Anybody that heard that knows exactly what I'm saying. You ain't think to cut that out? Because I guarantee you that the ideologues that would be liking and loving your videos, I guarantee you they might have thumbed your video down for that. It ain't just the people that already know and see this for as wrong as it is. I guarantee that you got ideologues that subscribe to your channel. They might have even fucking unsubscribed from your channel, Jonathan, because of that. Bet that.
And I'm in the middle. I can fit in with the girls,
Yo,
but like all the boys are in a circle, and then you just go, hi, my name's Felicia.
So the one in the back is saying, well, I'm in the middle. I can go this way and I can go that way. So I can, God, man, y'all are raising masses of people that ain't going to know what to do when they finally grow up. They're not going to know what to do, what to be, who to be. You're not limited by your gender. I know y'all want to think you are, but you're not. But it doesn't then mean that you have to be the other gender because you don't feel like another girl or something. The logic and the path y'all take to get to the where you all end with the beliefs you have is so insane. It's almost like backwards in every sense of the word. You know the reality of all this stuff with the 2 sentences you just dropped not 5 minutes before, Jonathan.
Girls do, I will say that girls do tend to be more emotionally intelligent at a young age.
That one.
Boys and girls are very different emotionally.
Yeah.
And that one. Those 2 sentences right there, you made the case for me. Boys are boys, girls are girls. It don't mean, you gotta tear down every bit of scientific, historic knowledge that the world has known for a millennia. Oh my God, man, like y'all just want it all. Y'all just want your cake and eat it too. Dictate to everybody what you want them to in that moment. If something changes in between now and then, you'll change that then. And until then, just do what you're told. Just do what you're told. Don't ask questions. And let's let this 3-year-old make a life-altering decision. And then allow them to make every decision that they want concerning it in between now and then, as if they've got the thought process to think any of this stuff through. You saw the entire video. Like, these kids are just in their own little world the entire time. They're not paying attention on this stuff until like a question is actually directed to them. When a question is directly sent to them, you get their attention for a little second. But as soon as you're not talking to them, they're in their own little world, doing dances and making faces and doing all these other things, because that's what kids are about. That's what kids want to do at 6 years old. But yo, you did this to a kid?
Go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel. Why are these men looking at me?
Stop.